Hey, good morning. Been a couple of days since we did a walk. Gotta be honest with you, did not want to get up and do this one this morning. I am tired. I think the last several days are finally catching up with me. Woke up early, couldn't get back to sleep this morning. I could go back to bed right now. Fancy on the other hand. Say hi, Fancy. Oh, she's not gonna say hi. Too many interesting smells. Fancy on the other hand relishes these morning walks. I walk out the door and she starts talking to me and bouncing around, dancing, because she's excited to go on the walks. Like I said, man, I did not want to do this morning, which is exactly the reason why I'm out here. I strapped this dumb pack on and started the walk. We didn't get nearly as far as we normally do, but hey, at least I'm out here trying. You know, and I was thinking on the way up the hill, I said, you know, I don't want to do this, but I have to, because I got to do the things I don't want to do when it's unimportant, so that I can do the things that I don't want to do when it's important. Does that make any sense? Let me explain. Hiking. Let's talk hiking and preppers. All right. So one of the big things in the prepper community is your bug out bag, or your get home bag. That bag that you're going to strap on and start hoofing it once everything falls apart. And people genuinely think that without any training or any preparation, that they're going to be able to hump 15-20 miles a day. Well, I'm here to tell you, ain't going to happen. And if you're one of those people that aren't doing any training and aren't getting ready for it, you're going to be sorely disappointed, to the point of maybe losing your life if and when the time comes. You know, we were talking on our live last Saturday about Saturday when we had everybody over doing the work. I walked 19 miles across about a 500 yard stretch of my property, just back and forth. And I was pooped. I didn't have any pack on. I was able to stop and rest anytime I wanted, and I was able to drink as much water as I needed on a hot day. Is it summer yet? Yeah. Is it? I think. Yeah. Summer. No, summer just doesn't start till June, so we're still in spring. It's not even summer yet. But I was able to do all that, and I was beat. Sunday, it was hot and humid, and I did not do anything for most of the day. I forced myself to get out and do some things in the evening. Again, because I needed to do them when I didn't want to do them. And that's something that we need to take to heart, and we need to really consider that in our daily lives. You know, I had an instructor that taught us one time, draw a circle around yourself. Stand in the middle of it. That is your comfort circle. And everything you do inside that circle, you feel extremely comfortable with, and you have great expectation that you will succeed if you attempt that. But you step outside of your circle and things become uncertain. And you know, part of the lesson there was he would walk up and he would push us out of our circle. And it always stuck with me. And it was a lesson that I took to heart. And I actually used it when I was youth coaching. I would have the kids stand there and draw a circle, and I'd walk up and I'd push them out of it. And I'd try to explain to them, you know, we got to do these things we don't want to do. If you're not training physically for, say, walking home in the event of an emergency, when the time comes to walk home, well, you may, come on, Vance. She's got that leash wrapped all around her now. But you may make it home, you may not. And the may not part is the really scary part. You know, but you're definitely not gonna up and start walking 20 miles a day without any preparation. Just like if food shortages come and you're not prepared, you haven't either stacked a bunch of food You know, you would have rather spent your money going to the lake or going out and partying on the weekend rather than stacking food and storing food for future purposes, or learn how to garden, grow a garden, you know, spend your time and energy doing that. You're going to suffer when the time comes. You know, and most people, that whole idea escapes them. You know, I learned this weekend how to do more electrical stuff. I learned how to build a good quality livestock fence. You know, learned some mechanical stuff this last week. You know, how to work on vehicles and all that. You know, and right now, and like, trust me, as far as the vehicles go, I don't like working on vehicles. I'm not one of those guys that enjoys working on cars. I do it out of necessity because I'm either too broke or too cheap to pay somebody like a full-blown mechanic shop to do it. You know, and that didn't used to be the case. Used to have the disposable income that I could take it to a mechanic, had a really good mechanic, and so now I'm learning it, and thank God I've got somebody in my life in the form of Hacks that is very mechanically inclined and can teach me stuff. You know, but these are all things that I'd rather not be doing, especially when I'm tired, when I've been working my butt off for the past 4 or 5 days and not eating regular meals and doing all this other stuff. I would much rather have rolled back over this morning and gone back to sleep rather than get up and go on this walk. You know, and don't get me wrong, even though I'm sitting here, I'm sitting here saying I didn't want to be on the walk, but I do enjoy doing these videos for you guys, or with you. I'm not doing these videos for you. I'm doing these videos with you because I get really great feedback from y'all, and it makes the effort even that much better. You know, so get out there. When you don't want to do something is the exact moment that you need to get up and you need to grind it. You need to grind it out, suffer through it, get through to the other side. You know, somebody once told me, you know, if you're not suffering, you're not learning, or something to that effect. And you know, if you're suffering and not learning through the experience, then you're doing it wrong. Kind of wasted effort, in my opinion. But you know, I was able to get up this morning, go on this walk. I was extremely winded going up the hill for some reason. But I'm catching my wind. It's not actually a nice morning. It's in the 50s again, which is again one of the reasons I didn't want to come out, because it was cold. Excuse me. But you know, I guess that's the come on, Fancy. I guess that's the takeaway from this morning's walk is just get outside your comfort zone. Do stuff that you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. Force yourself. You know, I got one of these things. People make fun of me when we go camping because I like taking a lot of stuff, and I like being extremely comfortable when I'm camping. And this is in light of the fact that, you know, I used to backpack and do those, if you can't carry it in, you can't take it with you type of camping. You know, I got down this pack. This pack is a 40-pound pack, and it's got everything in it once it's loaded up with water and everything. Got everything in it to sustain me for 3 days on a backpacking trip without resupply. And very, very minimalist. I know 40 pounds doesn't seem like minimalist, but it really is when you're talking full-blown camping. But you know, we do these things so that we suffer now. Oh, back to the original thought where I was going with the backpack. You know, but I like taking stuff to be comfortable, and I tell people, yeah, I don't have to practice to be miserable. I've been miserable, which is why I practice to not be miserable, which is why I'm out here walking with the dog this morning when I don't want to. That's why I get out and I do the things around the homestead that really don't relish doing that needs to be done? Well, that's about the end of the train of thought. It was really kind of a simple thought process this morning. Just get up and grind it out and do what you got to do. Share the experience with you guys and hopefully motivate somebody that's watching this to do something they don't want to do today. You know, it's not going to kill you. Well, hopefully it's not going to kill you. Right? So go out there and do that. If you want to support the channel, how can you support the channel today? Sun oven. Let's talk really briefly about the sun oven. Sun oven, the All-American sun oven is the premier off-grid cooking utensil. Basically harnessing, if you don't know what it is, you harness the sun's rays and cook your food. It's very versatile. You can go to our affiliate link down below and go to the sun oven page and get yourself a sun oven. They ship directly to your house. We use them all the time. We talk about them and actually done videos on us using it. It's cool enough right now that cooking in the house isn't an issue, but once the heat of summer steps in, Angela's not going to be able to cook as much because we don't run the air conditioner. Saving money and getting ready for when and if we don't have it. You know, I don't want to sound dark and throw a black pill at you guys, but you know, it's a very distinct possibility. No, I take that back. It's always a possibility. It's becoming a very distinct probability that the grid may have problems in the United States. So we need to get ready for it. We need to prepare now while we can. Do the things we don't want to do and get ready for any hard times that may befall us. All right. If you liked the video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Share it with somebody. Share it with somebody that may need to hear the message. Give me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let us know what you have done recently that you did not want to do, and you've been out there getting ready and practicing. Most importantly, I want you guys to go out today and live a life done free. All right, take care. Thanks, Milo.